This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out EverBank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, we begin a triple-header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Strap in the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Ooh, the juke. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ that feels like gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On play action, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Lawrence will throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
25-yard line.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Chargers first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a toss, left side, Hampton. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the give, it's Vidal. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He's taken down at the 33.
From the 33, here's a second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down. A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down.
A run once more with Hampton. And he is going to lose yardage here. All around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, it's Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Josh Hines-Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get... Well, it's hit and the ball is free. Giants 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. 15 yards there for number 15.
And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that clock's going to be on the ground.
In motion goes Patrick. A shotgun snap, and again to ETN. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
ETN once more. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 3. ETN up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, ETN. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from moving out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Herbert now. taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. Here's third and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up third down.
Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the
And this is what you want to do in
the
the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
And he can block in the back. Offense.
So the nice run there taken away by the penalty.
And normally we see this called a lot in the return game, but not as much on running plays. But that was a clear block in the back and a pretty easy call.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5.
Brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
Handoff running left is ETN. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Offense.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
And a Great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead, ETN. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
3rd and 6.
Here's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Just on the coverage.
And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Zone read, a give to Hampton. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Encroachment defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
7-yard gain. And the Chargers first down. A gain of 7. First down, Chargers.
They'll run with Vidal. He was brought down by Foyesade and Lewican.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Lawrence to throw. Pass incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Whipping run into Allen. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars out 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Able to avoid it at the 40. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
And the Chargers first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down.
Lead the block in the back. Offense.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Eric Armstead in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Eric Armstead picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
2 yards. And the Chargers first down. A gain of 22 yards.
Give here to Hampton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Herbert. Finds Johnston. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, it's Hampton. Nifty move. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Now it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
Herbert's pass
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll work inside here. Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, 14 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. 12 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Jaguars 10.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Shifts by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. In motion goes Patrick. Lawrence will throw. And it is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man right side, Myers. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for third and 3. They'll run with ETN. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A give running right, ETN. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Cam Little on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Chargers first down. An 8-yard pickup.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 5.
The 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down.
Hampton diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 13.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
15 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Running out of the gun with ETN. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ballgame.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. A gain on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Trayvon Walker drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10. At about the 32. And they'll start on the ground, ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Jaguars first down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Finding room at midfield. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
On the play. That's good for our Jaguars. First down.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's a give to ETN. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Another tote for Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Etienne up the middle. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the counter, Etienne. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Etienne on the toss right. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Tootin. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Etienne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert now. Antonio Johnson breaks up the throw.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. That's complete into the hands of Myers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Again, it's Hampton. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 98 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that one goes throws incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll get him down inside with 30 at the 27. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking at...
It's caught inside the 25. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down.
Straight ahead, ETN. Nice little juke. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one to Patrick. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Herbert and the Chargers down by a field goal. 2:24 to go. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Right side, he has Johnston. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 18. And the Chargers
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Herbert.
Second and 6.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up third down.
Herbert.
And 6 yards to go.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here we go. This is fourth down.
Fourth down.
They snap it to Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. They're stacking the line defensively, and they know what they have to do. They've got to stop the run and get the ball back.
I think the only people who aren't in the box right now in defense are you and me. I mean, that's about it. And it's the right strategy because they've got to have the football. They can't allow them to have any type of runs and continue to pile up first downs and run down the clock.
Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. This one finds McConkey. Here comes 2nd down.
Number 15, Vlad McConkey. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
and with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Johnston hauls it in, and he is going to have the Chargers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Now Herbert. Throw out wide is incomplete. Clock at 24 seconds. Here comes 2nd down. Herbert going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Herbert to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. One last throw here for Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.